shit.
Yeah, I'm not more of a Redditor. I'm more of a role player on the server. But I got some
Fuck!
questions.
Where are the
No, but I got good input,
fucking
man. I got good
Redditors?
input.
Bunch of
Koil, they're
pussies
all
can get
Redditors slash
500
viewers
upvotes, and not
slash
one of
fucking
you
role
pussies
players.
can come in
What do
here
you-
and
what do you
talk to
think?
me. All right, listen,
They're
you can
all-
ask me
they're
questions.
all
He's a
the
part
same
of the community.
community.
He's a part of the community. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ask me the
So
question.
what's your guys' opinions on like the whole interrogation problems, like in jail cells and the interrogation rooms, like
In
with the
terms
whole
of like
Swain
the
situation?
length?
Yeah, length.
Interrogation.
Yeah. Length of
Um,
like and how if it could affect their content, like from both sides.
so this is like a CG question, I think. It'd be good if Rami wants to come in, by the way. The way I see it is, and we've actually modified shit for this in the update too. So police can now lock down any apartment, any business, any car, and they can also, or any garage, I should say, and then they can also go through all these without the criminal actually being there. So they could put someone in jail instantly if they're going to hold them for an investigative hold. And then go process all that without them even being there. So they could log on a different character, do whatever the fuck they want, and the police can just do that at their own accord. So they, so police need to do questioning. You've got to understand this. So
100%.
while there's questioning happening, I don't think there's ever going to be a time limit if the questioning is, focusing towards the actual investigation. We should never take that from the police. But I think it's healthier overall if we go to a point with raids that is get the fucking person to jail. Don't even bring them to the fucking raids. Just go do the fucking raids, get it over with, and come back. So that way, there's never gonna. The thing is, and it's the same with what we were just talking about there before. Our ideal and theory behind it is remove what could cause an issue and just fucking go from there. Don't even have the headache to begin with. So that's also something that's going to be changing in the next update. We've already gone over that.
Quick question: Were you like worried or trying to reduce the amount of time like a police officer sits and asks questions in an interrogation room, or like the whole raid process?
It's more so from content from both sides. You know what I mean? Because I'm a strong believer that
So
both sides
I can
should
answer
have.
that. 24-hour holds now, they have to be approved by a judge. That way, because we had a trend in the past where you had police officers that were putting people on holds and they literally wasn't doing any investigation. They were just making that their punishment. So you have to, in your case file, whenever you file for a 24-hour hold, you have to put your reasoning behind it. And that way you don't have people being held for no reason for those 24 hours.
Yeah. So either way, that's what we're going to sort of push with the cops anyway. So we're never going to get rid of questioning. If you're questioning, the suspect can always say, "Hey, I'm not going to answer any questions. Put me in jail or release me." Sort of like what they do IRL when they're trying to be in a movie. You know what I mean? Like those badasses that do that. And that's just how it is. So they can either be released or put in jail. And they don't have to deal with the shit. So it's that simple. It's up to the victim at that point if they want to role play and do the questioning, or just get put in jail and wait for the raid to be over. So
I like how you call
the
them a
content's in
victim.
their hands. So.
You fell off. What's wrong with you?
I mean, that honestly, that was a reasonable question though, dude, because I think that was something we discussed at the meeting, and that was why it was discussed. So.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else? So I really want to talk to Redditors to see why everything is so fucking much of a drama.
Yeah, I want one of these motherfuckers that say I'm a piece of shit, I'm worthless, and they hate my guts. Where are they at?
You have 6
right
people
here,
up
Judd.
in voice.
I'll say that.
Hardcore Redditor CG viewer. I bet he's a hardcore Redditor.
I want the ones that are saying I was at Hutch's house blowing him off. Where are these guys?
Yo, Bear, do you have anything else, or is that pretty much all you wanted to ask, dude?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
All right, appreciate you coming, brother, man.
Yeah, appreciate all the all the work that gets into the server.
Yeah, I do all the dev work. DW doesn't do shit. Pemby, you got something to say? Oh shit, DW's here, dude.
I mean, I get on Reddit like every other day to see like what was happening on Nopixel, but I think that everyone has a misunderstanding of how serious Nopixel is and like how it isn't. Sometimes like when 3.0 came out, it was pretty serious, like the RP was there, but now that it's kind of wound down, when you do stuff that's kind of not as hardcore, people take it the wrong way, and I think that's how all the Redditors are, and it's weird because, I mean...
We need a Reddit in here to argue that, because I was saying the same shit earlier. It's People will use something from 6 months ago and say, "Oh, they did this in the server," and not realize we're in a fucking different timeline by this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If
100%.
the server, like I said this before, the server comes out, we serious roleplay, and we slowly just ease it up. Because if we don't go through a cycle, the server gets stale. It will be like TFRP. It will end up dying because there's no content on it, or it will be like fucking, you know, whatever SOE turned into, or any other Armor server in fucking history. Like, it's all done for a reason. So when somebody says Koil's a retard because he bans, you know,
True.
let's say, Koil shot somebody in the head. Who was it? I shot some guy when I was playing Otto in the first week because he was riding around on a bike, jumping on my car and shit. When we were role playing serious. I shot him in the head, and I was like, you know, I would ban that guy for fail role play at this point. And then 5 months later, when the server loosens up, I will go on Francis and, you know, take a shit on somebody's car, and they're like, "Oh, Koil will get banned for that." But it's just a different timeline. That's how the server always works. You cannot justifiably argue a point and say what you did 6 months ago is the same as what you were doing now. It's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, and another thing, when you play on Francis too, everyone, at least when I see, they shit on you because you like spawn in with your admin tools like hamburgers and
Do
shit
people
like that.
actually complain about that shit? I don't know. I don't know, dude.
So
Oh, you're CG now.
I don't know if you remember when.
You didn't know.
That's what I said.
That's true.
Yeah, you know, obviously when it comes to Reddit, depending on what you do, I mean, look what happened with Randy. I'm gonna say it, like Randy called someone a slut or something in different wording, and he got absolute blowout. Fucking Penta goes on his fucking Jordan Steele character, calls people sluts, whores, pieces of shit. You know, you're a fucking bitch to their face, everything. And look at these guys. They will put him on a fucking pedestal and suck his balls dry. It's insane, dude. It is absolute. These guys are literally fucking nutcases. Actual nutcases. Are we only in sub mode? We don't want sub mode. Fuck sub mode. Is there anything else, by the way? I really want to get some Redditors in here, so somebody has the
No,
name
you should, man.
Hardcore Redditor CG Viewer.
I wanted to argue with the Redditor too.
Trav's there. Well, fucking.
All right,
Trav,
I'll pretend to be a Redditor and argue with you guys. All right.
all right, go for it.
You
Let's
know,
hear it.
you know it's a problem, right? Listen, you know it's a problem.
Fuck off.
Whenever YouTube comments make more sense than the subreddit, right? Because YouTube comments are a cesspool themselves, but when YouTube's making like more sense than the Reddit, it's like
I don't think you
So,
can knock every Redditor. There's some smart ones. There's honestly some
it's like
intelligent ones.
listen, YouTube and Reddit is like the right and the left wing. Reddit is the left wing. YouTube is the right wing of our politics. Okay, you go on Reddit, they all love the fucking criminals and shit like that. Over here, it's all like fucking police love and shit. It is literally like fucking politics. It's an entire different breed of fucking humans. It's insane, dude.
yeah, that's true. Yo, this guy wasn't
was-
toxic enough. Let's get somebody else.
Oh, this dude Trav Piper, I think he's a Redditor.
Hey, I'm gonna go see Trav this weekend. I'm gonna teach him how to fish. True story.
Damn.
Oh,
hope
one
you
second.
get your socks wet.
I got some shit. I want to see if I can show chat this. I don't know if I can show.
Yep. So Judd Trav's stream this weekend. Get ready.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Oh, hang on a second, chat. Let me put this on the other screen.
It's gonna push you in the water.
Why can't I
hopefully.
minimize this? Like, what the fuck? Well, you guys can't actually watch it. Sorry, guys. Ooh,
That's
oh!
fucking toxic, by the way.
Oh,
What?
shit, that's Oh my god, that's poggers.
It's not on your stream.
Yeah, I know, that's the point. It's in the next update.
A red car. Is it a police car or a CG? I mean, crim car.
What did you just say, bro? Listen, the cops have got a metagame it anyway. I might just show up, boys. Listen, you know why we've been memeing on Hutch that we're moving the it's gonna cost him $2 or $3 million. Should I leak it? Should I leak it?
No, don't leak it, bruh.
Should I leak
No,
$2 or
no.
$3
Yeah,
million
fucking leak it.
upgrades, dude?
No, DW, you already leaked enough, man, okay? No more leaking, man.
The fuck, I ain't leaked shit. I ain't the one out there
Yeah,
fucking
you
calling it
wise guy,
3.5
man.
and shit.
Yeah, I think we should blame Wise Guy for harping this up, dude. Should we leak it, dude?
Yeah, it was.
We leak
Don't
it.
listen to chat, man.
All right, let's leak it, boys. Let's leak it. When the patch is out.
Quick, play some ads and then press play.
All right, let's dude, we need some Redditors in here. Let me go in there and I'll ask who. Wait, how about this, D-Dubs? You want to go ask in there? You want to find them? You want to go up there and see who the? Can I give you like?
All right.
What'd you say, Arns?
Fuck yeah.
Let me give.
I'll go up there with you, DW.
Let me
You
give
know the
you,
crazy
like,
thing about like,
God perms in here, so you can do like God tier shit.
dude, the crazy thing about like the modding on the subreddit is the
Holy
posts
fucking
about Koil making
Okay,
fun of
as-
Redditors isn't there, but all the drama is there. They make sure they they delete the toxicity that has to do with shitting on them.
Yeah, of course. Oh no, listen, you know, I mean, every community is the same. Nopixel is the same. You ban what you don't want to see in a way. That's it. I got banned because what did I say? I said something as in Francis's tone, like I was role playing as Francis on there, like eat my ass or some shit. I got fucking banned, dude. Then I banned the guy from Nopixel and he fucking what'd you say? Oh, I called someone bitch ass because I was pretending to be what's his name? What's SMG Welly or whatever. I got fucking banned, dude.
So I was told by them, we're not going to remove your content. You have to DMCS yourself. So I said, okay. So anytime they post any of my clips, I DMCA them and I get it removed. And now they're like, man, Judge trying to DMCA to hide shit. What's he trying to hide? It's like,
Yeah.
what the
Bro, listen,
No.
this I was considering, you know what, just go play a criminal with CG for a bit. YouTube will love you. Then go
You don't have to go
or
on
maybe even XRP, what the fuck? X or then go play cop for a little bit with Penta and you'll be good. Just like literally suck their fucking dick, right? If you suck
I'm just going to make
you
sure
suck
that
the
Penta wins
streamer's
every
dick-
court case.
I was gonna
That
say
way-
Reddit loves CG too. So anybody that plays with CG, like
No.
CG
They hate
automatically.
they hate CG. I don't know.
That
what
is
Reddit-
bullshit.
the Reddit
There's,
does hate
there's
CG.
like no, that's not true.
They've got a
There
soft
is
spot.
Just
No,
CG,
like, it's
they've got a
there's
soft
CG
spot for Randy
viewers,
because
and
they
then
want to suck his
there's
dick
cops.
because he's hot.
It's not even crims versus cops on Reddit. It's CG versus cop viewers on Reddit.
Okay, here's the
That's
thing.
what it is.
No,
CG viewers are on the
no,
Reddit. You
no,
just
hold
have to
up,
say-
hold
it
up,
is
hold up.
CG
Hold-
viewers
hold up a
versus.
second.
And I'm not even knocking. I'm not knocking them, but it is literally
This
CG
is so
viewers
incorrect.
versus cop viewers.
This is so incorrect.
Oh my God.
Everything about this fucking forum is the fucking degens from TFRP, okay? This is bled out from SOE into TFRP. Everything here is shaped on fucking Buddha's
True.
opinion, Penta's opinion, and that's pretty much it. These guys...
That's not true. That's not how
let
this
me-
Reddit
let
was
me- let-
born.
Bro, yes, it was. This was born.
No.
It was.
This
It was born
because
of
what's her
Katie.
face censored.
Yeah,
Yes, they censored the
exactly.
other one, so they
And
made
that's when
this
Buddha
one.
was going through all the dramas and ended up coming to Nopixel. And the people that came to Nopixel early
Yeah,
are
it
the
was
ones
Buddha
that they
and
like,
the Lean Boys.
like.
Here's the thing: you can find the CG viewers on the subreddit. You just got to go all the way to the bottom because they're all downvoted.
Nah,
There's a CG comma on every
no. There's
Reddit
also
post.
there's also
Trust me,
a
these guys
time
hate
too.
CG,
So
bro.
if you no, if you get something posted early in the morning, right? Early in the morning is like the cop viewers. Late at night is the
Sure.
CG viewers. So depending on what time you post something, that's the up and down votes.
But
So
let
if
me
you
ask
post
you
something
this.
that's heavy, like
true. It
crim
does change.
early in the morning, it'll get downvoted to shit. But if you if you post something that's cop at NA time, it'll get fucking downvoted
But
to shit.
listen-
Right, but after a day or two goes by, where do the CG viewers always end up at once it's all said and done and the dust is cleared? At the bottom.
Yeah. Majority of the people that actually hate CG on this Reddit and me, it's very easy to hate people that like me that will. So the thing is with Penta, it's different because he goes against the people like me. He'll have an argument, or he'll go against CG and have an argument, whereas most people won't. So that's why Penta is crowned on here. Sure, there'll be days where they'll shit talk him, but overall he's liked on, and it's the same with Kyle. He's liked because he will
100%, they're both
not
liked.
really compromise for these people. But there's no doubt CG's hated more than anybody in a gang on this on Reddit. There is absolutely no doubt they are the most hated on Reddit.
But
No
it's
doubt at all.
definitely CG versus
Well,
cops. It's not
XQC's
necessarily
most
Crims
hated.
versus cop on Reddit. It's CG
No,
versus cops
listen,
on
most
Reddit.
you
hated.
got, no,
Then
no, no,
CG.
no, no. This is so wrong, dude.
No.
So
What do you mean?
when
Ask your chat. There's like fucking 20,000 Redditors in there. It is CG versus cops on
everybody
Reddit.
hates
Do you
X2.
want some actual Redditors? Or?
Yeah. Get him in here.
You're not gonna find
Here's-
any. You're literally not gonna
here's
find
a
any.
hot take. Here's a hot take. I fuck with the Reddit.
Yeah,
I
'cause
fuck
they
with
get the
some
fuck
of
out,
Reddit. I'm not
Trav,
gonna lie,
honestly.
but Reddit's
Well,
entertaining.
here's the thing people forget. Like, okay, so RP, like if you look at it from like a psychological aspect, like I mean, there's a reason soap operas pop off so much is because there's that fucking drama side of it.
Yeah,
It's like, you know, people
yeah.
are looking for that dopamine release. And the same thing happens on the Reddit. And regardless of people fucking love, like if they love you or hate you, they're still coming to your fucking channel, and it's
No,
exposure.
see,
at the end
Trav,
of the-
that's disingenuous because soap
It is
opera
not
is a TV
disingenuous.
show or its characters. All the hate on Reddit is OOC. It has nothing to do with the characters. It has to do with the
doesn't
players.
matter. That's
That's
still
the same
traffic
shit though.
coming to your fucking
Bro,
channel.
listen. Travis right. He's 100% right. And this is what I said the other day. Anybody who watches soap operas and fucking complains about shit is a fucking Karen, okay? All these guys just want to speak to the manager. That's why there's 100 people in the channel above us, because we got a bunch of fucking Karens, okay? These are the modern day fucking Karens, and we're about to listen and witness these motherfuckers, okay? They are about
And-
to
I
speak
Being
to the
talking to
manager.
somebody, a lot of it they just wanted to
Here's-
talk to you because they like you.
The other thing is I've been on both sides of Reddit, dude. When I was ESB and we fucking constantly were at war with fucking lean boys, dude, everybody fucking hated me.
That's because
And then fucking-
CB's most loved. But
Right.
in
Well,
saying
same
that,
shit on
we
same
know
shit on CG.
we know ESB were doing a little more trashy shit behind the scenes, so
Oh,
just a little bit.
yo, I
Right.
got someone that says they had a top comment in these drama
Oh
threads.
yeah, let's go. Listen, you guys need to shut the fuck up when we talk, all right? I want to talk to this guy, D-Dubs. Get him in here, dude.
They need to join the channel.
Yeah, join my Discord if you
This
want to
is
come in
it.
here,
This is
especially if you're top
content.
commenters.
God, I hate
This person
Australia.
actually got karma from that shithole.
Bro, this guy's. I don't want to say it until he's in here, all right? Just so we don't scare him. It's got to be one of the like Kylie comments. They'd be the best ones. I feel like they're going to be the complete degens. Koil watching this clip and justifying it as shit RP. Well, maybe as the server owner, you should take some ownership of the issue and fix the problem and not contribute to shitty RP. Yeah, I did. I had a fucking meeting that none of these guys went to. Idiot.
And that was Francis at the meeting too.
Yeah.
Dude, I was told that
Where
like
were the
when I
people
went,
that you're sucking off? They weren't fucking there.
I was told whenever I went to go visit Hutch, we were like sitting in a back room trying to make this plan to get all this changed over so he can get out of this charge. We literally went to the beach. Didn't even
Reddit
talk
runs
about
the
it.
server. No, you're dreaming. Wait, where is he? Is he coming, dude?
I think so. Give me a sec.
Oh, there's at least fucking 30 people up there that are ready to fucking chitty chat. Stop DMing me, by the way, you fucking morons. Just come into my Discord and
Yeah,
delete
man.
my ass for
Don't
$5.
stop.
Hold up a second.
I feel like Sincere is a Redditor, to be honest.
Yeah, bro, I read Reddit all the time, like legit. I find it amusing.
That's my TV, bro.
I wake up in the
Come
morning.
on,
I'm
man.
not. Listen, I wake up in the morning. I read my Twitter. I get out of bed. I go on the toilet. I take a shit and read Reddit. That's the only time I read it, unless it's doing some shit like this. But I will read it while I'm shitting. That's my fucking content. But you know how like in the olden days when we didn't have mobile phones, or your parents wouldn't have mobile phones, they'd read the shampoo bottle, or they'd read the fucking I don't know the toilet paper back, or they'd take a book in
My
there.
family couldn't
They
read.
literally take shit to their toilet to try and amuse themselves while they take a fucking huge dump. That is my
So
content,
wait, you
dude.
read Reddit while pooping? That's weird,
Yeah,
man.
I sometimes wank it while I do it too.
I mean,
Well,
I
that's
do
not
the
weird.
same. It is good morning shit material.
It is.
I mean, not
literally-
saying like the takes are shit, but I do the same. That is my
Yeah, I
part of my
usually
daily routine of taking a shit.
I usually barely watch a clip. I just go in and read the comments just to see what's up.
Oh yeah, I don't think anyone watches the clips.
Yeah,
I do.
like-
when
even
it's like,
Reddit doesn't.
If it's like 300, because you know, if it's like 300 comments or whatever, I watch the clip
Even-
and then I go read the
even
comments.
Reddit doesn't.
I don't know, dude. It's like the news in real life on Twitter. When you
think,
see something, you're not gonna watch it. You're just gonna
yeah.
read the fucking
No.
200 characters and be like, oh, I know everything about it. Dope.
Listen, am I like Batman right now? Like, think about it, dude. I'm trying to justify this as being Batman IRL. So I am becoming crucified on Reddit for the betterment of the world, right? It's like Batman. You know, people will hate him, but he does what he needs to do. I'm Batman, dude.
Listen, are you trying to take credit for me, dude?
I'm just about to say that's Judd's excuse, no?
Yes, I am Jesus because I take the
Where is
lashes
she?
for everyone.
What the fuck?
Batman, dude.
Why don't you just try being nice, Coil? Then you'll be loved.
I am being nice.
I've been battling Reddit
listen to this. Listen to this. Okay, listen. I know it's a hard thing to do, but somebody could go to jail for 3 days in the game and have their life ruined. The top thread. No, let me finish. The top thread on Reddit right now is Soup's F8 quitting because Koil spent 4 minutes doing what the police could do for 3 days. And I am the worst person there is, okay? I am the problem.
I don't think that's the problem. I think what they're trying to make is there was...
Go read the threads, dude.
Because I saw that, and I thought the point they were making was they were trying to do hardcore ORP, and then you were just being a shitlord.
Wait, it's 5-0 in game right now?
Are you ready?
That's the point. If somebody can have a 3-day fucking vacation, they don't get to do any RP, dude.
Do you want the top voted?
And I have said that. I totally agree with that. I think that 3 days are a little bit harsh. I think there's no roleplay in prison.
I get the actually no. This guy says I get the Koil is trying to make a point, but he's making the point with the wrong people, and I hate the argument that a hot charge ruins someone's RP.
No,
if it
not
does,
not that friend.
Oh, okay. This one's
Different
like
threads.
actually is this? Oh, is this sort of my best? What the fuck? Why did that change?
I'm gonna drag him now, right?
Oh, this guy got a star. This guy got a star on his post.
Pussy.
Your Starry Award. Use the Starry Award to highlight comments that deserve to stand out from the crowd. Since this is the top comment, anyone from Reddit should not go onto his podcast. You are giving him what he wants. They should not be listening to us. If he really wants to talk to people, tell him to talk to people on the server or not us. Hey, fuckhead, I had a meeting like a week ago. You dumb fuck. That's the problem. They don't come. Sorry, I just had to get that through your fucking thick skull. For some reason, there's like fucking 5-inch fucking bone on the inside of your fucking ears, you dumb fuck.
And that got awards as well.
Can you turn the mic up? I can't hear you that well. Can you turn the mic up?
Maybe if they came to the fucking meeting, you dumb turd, we wouldn't be in this fucking situation. Idiot.
Everything was literally explained.
That guy, and this guy says, don't come on the podcast. Bro, this guy, dude, you are the biggest fucking moron. You're the king of the morons. Come and verse the other king of the morons, dude. You fucking
why don't you try
idiot.
this, Koil? See, you can take a step back and just blame everything on DW. Just say it's DW's
you know what?
fault.
DW being in this conversation might be bad for your appearance on Reddit, dude. I'm just saying.
Don't they like
Dude,
him?
they fucking... Last time I read that shithole, apparently I was fucking... I stormed in for a police escape or some shit. It's like, what the fuck?
You were not mentioned
You got a little
in this
bit of hate
entire thread.
on... No. There's a thread.
Oh, no, hang on. Hold up.
Yesterday.
All the streamers in Koil's chat right now talking shit. Just a bunch of toxic OOC shit about other streamers who dare say the shit they don't want to hear. What streamers did we talk about? Me and Penta was in here talking. What's this guy saying? It's ugly in there, and DW's just sitting there saying a bunch of toxic shit and being a huge fucking prick, which is just encouraging the other streamers to talk more shit. What did you even say, dude?
That's true.
I did call that guy a twat before we said it.
You did call the guy a twat.
Hey, we have a new sheriff election?
Wait, didn't I say I liked it? I said I liked the Reddit, though. I gave the Reddit praise.
Hey, Koil, we have a new sheriff election?
Yeah, I think we're doing a new sheriff election.
Are we doing a new chief of police election? That motherfucker.
Probably in a two months. I think is the timing. No, we are.
It's kind of awkward with DW because
but the thing is with the elections, you can still run for it if you are sheriff. By the way, so it's not like you're kicked out. You just everyone runs again. So
yeah.
But we said that at the start.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Is there
after
a way
a few
to
months, we'll rerun them and just see what happens.
I'm not running for judge again, by the way.
Please read the entire thing. Okay, listen, man.
Thank the fucking
hang on.
Lord.
This guy
Holy
hasn't finished.
shit.
This guy hasn't finished.
Shit, judge, I'll be honest.
Hang on, let me keep
Jesus
talking, boys.
fuck.
We gotta read the rest of this apparently. Man, I always try to be as positive as I can when it comes to Nopixel. I found the server and GTA RP in general at a really shitty, tough time in my life, and a lot of these people helped me get through it. See, that's good. And with their RP and a whole bunch of laughter. So I hop from chat to chat. When things get weird, I try to drop some bits and let people know how awesome they are. I come to Reddit and try to be as positive as I can, but when she gets really negative, as I can when she gets really negative. But fuck, man, it really feels like the server is falling apart. It feels like there's a bunch of assholes who me and Penta are the biggest assholes on Nopixel, you know, and we'll both agree to that.
That's not true. There's
No,
like
we are.
300 plus assholes
Want
on
it
the
to
server.
be their little
I meet 'em
circle
daily.
jerk playground, and they're determined to shit talk anyone who doesn't want to be a part of the little group and gradually turn the server into a fully toxic environment where tons of really great people have left, and all that's on the server are pog farmers. Listen, my dude, I'm gonna tell you, okay? 4 years ago, my server was exactly like what it is now. I haven't changed. All you motherfuckers are changing and wanting something different. The only time the RP is serious is when there's a wipe. It's always been like that. You can't come in, you know, from 3 or 6 months ago, whenever the fuck it was, and think you can school us on our fucking community.
That's
You
true.
just can't do it, dude.
Koil,
And that's why you're not coming here. Yo, what's up?
I have Redditor in here.
Oh, who we chatting with? What's up?
No,
dude?
wait, me first.
Okay.
I have the one
look-
that's.
Well, I have one in
commenter.
here right now.
Don't call him a twat, DW.
Oh.
You toxic fuck.
Yeah,
So-
This one had
Listen,
top comments
listen.
on Reddit threads with drama,
We
dude.
can go
Come
a
on,
second.
it's
That's
famous.
okay. That's all right.
Okay.
Wait,
Well,
were they like
let's see what
top
this one
comments in
has
favor
said.
of something, or like going against Koil?
I don't
Because
know.
you
I
want the
didn't
ones
want to
that
open
wanna-
them.
Let's
Oh,
listen. I
come
just want to
on.
say before we start, I will have a normal conversation with you. I don't want to get heated, but you know, if I've shit talked you on Reddit, it's whatever. You know, I don't know who the fuck you are, but it goes both ways. So if you want to have a normal conversation, I'm okay with it. That's for anybody that comes on here, by the way, through Reddit. If you want to speak, let's hear it.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, so
She's a
I love
girl.
Reddit, right? I am a female.
I'm not getting a twit longer. You guys are on
Hang on a
this
second.
one.
I'm gonna put it in a mode only mode real quick. There we go. Before
You
someone
know
says
what?
some
I'm
dumb
gonna
shit.
bring mine in as well. We'll have them both at the same time.
Yeah, that way we're not. It's not gang activity. All right. So sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
So, Koil, I'll be honest with you. In the beginning, I fucking hated you, but my opinions have changed. Okay.
Why?
So in the beginning, I was a huge like CG only person, like huge CG fan. And I got caught up in all the Reddit drama. Got an account
before
banned.
you go, can I just ask? Is it Randy?
No.
Okay.
Is it really Rami?
Nope.
Is it Chang?
Nope.
It's Charles.
Okay,
Nope.
the rest of them don't really matter then, right?
We can't.
I'm
It can't
joking.
be Hutch, right?
I'm joking.
Nope.
Who is it?
Taco.
Garrett.
The first person I started watching was Bobby Brown, actually.
You know, that's a good pickup,
okay.
to be honest. Bobby's
Yeah,
He's
Bobby's
a
a good
cool
one for
dude.
you.
I like it. I like it. All right.
Underrated.
All right.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I
And
like
then
it
I-
already.
Bobby Brown.
so just to certify this, when you say you used to hate me, or when you first came, was this 2.0 times? Was this something recent, or when was
No,
this?
this was like mid 2.0 times.
Okay, so you probably had the general hate because I was a cop and I was against the boys.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
So
let's go with it.
then I stopped watching Chain Gang pretty much altogether, and I went more towards the cop side of RP. Got inside like the DOJ shit, and I was like, well, Koil's actually, has half a brain. You actually have a full brain, but I was like, this guy's not completely fucking
It's
stupid.
debatable. Yeah.
So, anyways, I think that Reddit's fucking stupid, and I think it's a bunch of. No, listen, I think Reddit's stupid, but I also think Reddit has a point, right? People
Definitely.
are afraid of you, Koil. People are afraid to just say, hey, your ideas fucking suck. And
Because
I don't think
nobody says it like that though. Nobody says, "Hey, I don't agree with this. It's just kind of a shitty idea." They just go
You'd be
ham.
surprised what you hear at meetings. In all honesty, people. There's definitely points that people argue with, and I actually admire some of the admins that will go against me, and that's why I choose them. Well, some of them in a way.
The meeting
Just so
channel is
you
very
know.
diverse in opinions, for sure.
but yeah, keep going with it. I want to hear the rest of it.
But I think you are running this server to be a cop server.
What?
hold on.
Yeah,
You know,
what?
Listen. I want
I think you should go back and watch some old school SOE if you want to see a cop server.
She has a good point, Tony. Shut up. Let her keep going.
No. Listen.
Listen.
Listen. It's understandable for somebody that has come into roleplay in 2.0 and to have the opinion that it's a cop-oriented server, and this is what because they came in 2.0 when they were watching criminals.
2.0 was.
You've got to understand they haven't been through what we've been through, Tony. I've come from the Armor days, but when it was just like criminals pooping on cops or cops pooping on criminals with thermal scopes. It's your perspective when you come into this community is solely based on who you watch to begin with, and I think it can drastically change your opinion, even in the future, on what the server should be like. Because 2.0, it was like cop wipe. If you're watching CG, and that was a norm for 6 months. Now we are here 6 months, 12 to 18 months later, and it's different. The cops are actually more powerful now than they were then, and that's the point. It is, if you were to compare both comparisons or both timelines, right now cops are more powerful than they were 6 months ago or 12 months ago, whenever 2.0 was. So the difference being, if you, Tony, were to come in at SOE, you know what a cop server is, because that is literally the worst cop server that was ever that was ever had. So that's why I can understand someone having that opinion and feeling like it's a cop oriented server. But anybody that has seen more, Olivia would say the exact opposite. We've had servers where you couldn't change out of jail. A sentence for shooting a cop was almost a ban. They would consider banning you for fail fucking roleplay if you shot a cop, because a real cop server would simulate what real life is, and that's what like SOE and TFRP went with. They went for like 8-hour sentences, and you couldn't swap. And if you roleplay somebody like Francis on their server and got interrupted by the police, you'd get banned. Paul on Nidus, I don't know if you know who Nidus is, but he plays Leslie.
Pissed me off.
He pretty much got banned from SOE because he was playing a character that was on meth. That was a cop
same
server.
Shit to Abdul too.
Yeah, basically, if you roleplayed anything apart from a normal civilian that drives around and gets citations, you would get banned from the server.
Didn't Speckle serve like 50 months when 2.0 first came out?
It wasn't only crims though. There was a lot of cops.
50 days. 50 days.
A lot of cops too, because I remember when that happened, and a lot of cops weren't too happy about it. I remember the Discord conversation with certain individuals when that happened.
Yeah,
and it wasn't a great conversation. There was a lot of yelling.
Either way, that's why I can understand the point. But I in my opinion, right now, cops, they don't role play in any way that's like realistic, but it is true to say that cops are stronger than criminals in scenarios in terms of like gunfight and gunplay. 100% they are. But when it comes to like evidence,
I have to disagree.
Cops have wiped criminals way more than there's
the crims. They have the element of surprise. They have the elements of going wherever the fuck they want. They have
advantages.
Of not having a procedure. They have 100%. Just they don't have any standards to follow. Where we have to.
Tony,
we can't just shoot anything that's moving.
I know, but I think the big difference is numbers, right? And like I think you guys saw that as well, right? When you changed it to a max of 6 instead of 4, because if you guys have 45 fucking cops on.
There was a bit
why
more
do we
to
get
it
wiped
than
when
that.
we have 4 cops though? When there was 4 crims.
Just relax, okay? It's this simple. If police have killed more criminals than criminals have killed cops in terms of like entire wipes, criminals are weaker. That's just how it is. Criminals are weaker in the server, and it's intended to be like that. So when I make the server, I'm not making this to be a CS:GO match or be balanced. I'm making it because I want to somewhat simulate any movie or something you see. So like even if you were to watch like I don't know, any crazy movie where they're like running from the police or some shit like that. Yeah, they can kill cops and they always get away, but they're always moving away from the police because the police are always, in any reality, the strongest force in that movie or in that show or whatever. And that's why the server's like that. When I say I want to balance the server, I want to balance it with that state in mind, where the police make you want to run. That's what people, I think, get sort of confused with. I'm not
So
trying
like
to
the
balance it
logic
to
of
be
the, like
even.
not wanting people to stay and rob cops, but wanting to leave, assuming that there's more cops coming, kind of thing.
Exactly. Well, except for the SWAT stuff. The SWAT stuff's a little bit different, and that's something we're testing out. But yeah, we want criminals to be running and moving, not staying and shooting, essentially. Unless it's a last resort. Which is sort of how
and
it
I
works.
think 3.0 has seemed to bring more of that balance.
Yeah.
Or is trying to.
Well,
But,
listen, Olivia, watch me. I'll be your echo chamber. You're perfect for my alley.
No, and I think having these conversations are great, right? Because people on Reddit are fucking stupid, and we see one perspective and we think it's the reality. So props to you guys for like bringing people in, having a conversation, so we can kind of see that other perspective of like how you guys see shit and why you do things the way you do. Not that you have to answer to anybody, right?
The reality of this conversation, even though we have this conversation and get to points, it's got to be clipped in a certain way that will be posted on there and make it look like it's something else. So I think that's more of the issue, is the context of what is usually said. They only see a part of it, and that's the entire context to them, and that's the issue. But they need to understand that.
Also, there's always people that they don't want to engage in conversation. They're set in their beliefs and they just don't want to talk about it.
And I mean, that's the reality with anything, right?
Yeah.
Politics, religion,
it's everything. It's
from
Twitter to Reddit or whatever. Anyways, we're gonna get someone else in. But I do appreciate your coming to talk.
Of course. Have a good night, guys.
See you, dude.
Appreciate you.
All right, bye.
All right. Do we have the other guy here or?
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Yeah, hi. I'm nervous as fuck, so yeah.
That's so good. We're not here to roast people or anything like that.
Yeah, you might.
Don't worry, you'd come.
If we have a listen, I'll talk to you the same way you talk to me. It's all good.
I mean, my question is regarding the general server balance, right? You have all these rules that basically guarantee that you should play a character, right? That values his life, that should act a certain way. That's regardless of them being a criminal or a cop or whatever, right?
Yep.
But let's say you get into a hamster loop, right? And there's this gang that just does holdouts daily.
Yep.
And the response, right, is based on those rules that you set on the server. It's also based on cop SOPs.
Yep.
From the gang perspective, right, it's also based on what's exciting for them. Because at this point, the server is at a point where they don't have consequences and there's nothing exciting for them or their viewers other than getting into a shootout and seeing if they'll live. Right?
Yeah.
So I think that's my perspective, right? That's the perspective that I'm basically writing all my comments and opinions from, right? Basically,
viewer.
I prefer cops currently, but I started on crims,
okay.
right?
Okay.
Because to be honest, there's like these comedic, organic moments that happen more often with cops than they do with crims. I could watch Rami. I love Rami from time to time when he's not discount molding eggs.
Ban him.
But I love watching him, right, when he's not caught and molding over something stupid that he did, right?
Can we clip that?
Maybe, yeah. I know I'm on a monologue, right? But let's say, I don't know, just 2 days ago, someone finds Jaeger in a fucking in the police garage. It's a stupid simple thing, right? He just says, "You won't catch me." He runs towards the door of the garage. He can't open it, but in that very moment, a SWAT fucking car comes in, opens the door for him, and he's out.
Yeah.
But on the other side, right, a crim viewer and a crim player, right, just lives for the excitement, and they're just cruising around the town thinking of stupid shit to do.
Yep.
If they get caught, they just get held and it's boring, and there's also no consequences for that, right? So basically, when it comes to that, right now it's up to the point when they do get caught, the hot charges that were up right now, right? When they do get caught, they're in for 72 hours just waiting, and they know that it's gonna be a trial and they're not gonna lose anything, right?
Yeah.
And right now, that's front-loaded punishment, right? And this change, in my opinion, just switches that punishment backwards, backloaded, right? There's a waiting period for the punishment. And I know the stuff you said about the 3-day, 6-day, 9-day compound punishments, right? But I think you already had that with these hot charges. It's just that I think the only one that had his property possibly seized was Marlowe. And that was with a bail stipulation, and it was like, don't do drugs again. Don't store drugs again, and you won't lose the house, right? So I don't know. There's like, I'm ranting because it's like a long-standing issue, and I'm not sure if you got me.
I'm not sure.
What you're gonna say.
So I'm gonna say, like, you honestly said that much shit that I don't know which point.
Yeah,
you're
I know.
really
I'm sorry for
arguing.
that because it was a fucking street.
Yeah, so I think you're more under like you started with I guess the issue being that the server has rules that aren't necessarily quite enforced the way they're written at the moment, right? With like MVL and shit like that. And you implied that was based on like criminal holdouts, so I'm assuming like CG because they sort of
It's more like a compound issue where everything links into each other, right? So a crime will just so CG you have a lot of fun with CG.
Yeah.
But you can't deny that there's been daily holdouts somewhere with CG.
There has been
and cops due to the rules that are set in their SOPs, and the servers have to respond to that. So it's like who raged against your SBS RP today, right? So he complained about being forced into RP, but meanwhile Rami and Hotch are also complaining about being forced into RP. Get what I'm saying?
Okay, so is someone forced into RP when so how was this forced into RP though? Like
let's say
where do you define what being forced is? Because I think anybody is technically forced into RP if you walk up to someone and say hi, you're technically forcing them to roleplay, right? Like what is the problem with that in a way? Like where do you draw your line of it being a problem?
That's a good question.
Because
I'd say I'd say when it comes to repetitive scenarios.
So my question is, if a cop puts somebody in a charge on something that shouldn't stick for 3 days, that how do you feel about that?
I think it shouldn't stick, but let's just say it like this:
should they go to jail for 3 days?
If it's a charge that he's supposed to go in jail for 3 days, yes. But also, right, if a cop constantly gets a crim for the same charges, and then there's the same type of punishment, then the same type of waiting, there's no excitement for anyone, right? And that's the issue right now, because a crim getting sentenced for something doesn't have any consequences beyond that waiting time. So it's boring, it's frustrating. Well, it's been boring, and the changes that you said should make it more exciting. I don't know, but basically the whole frustration out of everything, as a viewer, from my point of view, right? I'm watching crims and cops both, but I'm leaning more towards the cop side because they're kind of forced to respond, right? They're not proactive like crims; they're reactive.
I'm listen, I get that, but there is.
Can I say something on that when you're done?
Yeah, today I was on cop, right? I saw a fucking shootout. Everybody went to the shootout. I called out 38s. Nobody wants to go to that shit. You can imply that the police can choose or are forced to go to these scenarios.
Well, it is. I mean, sorry, you can correct me, right? But a 78 call when a cop is shot is all hands on deck, isn't it?
It should be majority of cops should go there. But once the scene is, somewhat secured or it's turned into a SWAT scene, that's what SWAT's there for. They don't have to be there. But if I'm in the middle of processing somebody, the processing continues. Like that doesn't stop because there's a 78 call. But
it does.
If you're well, you got to process them. What are you going to do? Just let them go if they just murdered somebody? It depends on the
I mean,
charge.
yeah, it depends on the charge, but you speed run that shouldn't get to the 78.
Sure,
But continue on. That's just beside the point.
role play. Still, someone's dying. You got to go to that. But the main, I mean, is this more of an issue now over the last few days? You're trying to imply this is, or like something that's?
I mean, it's not the last few days. It's more like a lack of progression and consequences for some groups that reach the high end, right? So let's say CB, right? Lang does his shit. I love him to death, right? But he's kind of bored right now.
Huh?
You can really tell in his stories. I mean, he's on a treadmill. He had stuff that he liked doing, and then those storylines just fell through because he can't do it.
So
Like
let
the
me
serious
ask,
stuff like Talon and everything.
is it a problem?
It's not working.
Do you think it's a problem as a server owner to make something last 9 months? Straight
No, I think it's an
with this much
achievement.
content. Yeah, well, this is the point I'm making, because we adjust to what we feel is the meta that works for not only viewers overall, but everybody in the server. So if we're to have people get holds for like drug charges all the time, or a police can say, oh, that's witness tampering or whatever, you're getting 3 days. That in my opinion is way more hurtful to the server than our countermeasures, which is more monetary loss and less downtime on inconsistent charges and shit like that. I feel like the route we're going is the right route. But when it comes to shootouts, I will agree that even when I saw yesterday that there was a vault, CG wiped the cops, and I said straight away in chat to allow helicopters to land on top of buildings. They can do whatever they want. We don't need to do that, because I saw the Crims do it, and I think it was there for like 4 people in a way, and it's like, bro, if everyone flies helicopters, why are we limiting this? And I also told them to have M4s. So for you to think that there isn't some sort of balance going on behind the scenes, or we're not looking at that.
No, I do. Sorry for interrupting. I do think there's a balance in that you're really trying, right? That is noticeable, right? The problem is, right, you kind of have knee-jerk reactions to stuff, to be honest.
Okay, so what would you consider the
knee-jerk
reaction?
Now, let's say, all right, someone gets fucked over by a 72-hour hold where he just waits. There's no role play or nothing happening, right? But at the same time, right, as some SBS retribution, you go in today, right?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. You're already wrong. We had a meeting that these people you're watching, Soups, Penta, etc., didn't come to, that discussed all these changes, and nobody came to it. Okay. So I went out there.
And Judd made that point on his DMC8 stream. I know. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. What's if these guys don't come to these meetings, how the fuck else are they going to find out?
I don't think that.
This
is beside the point. I don't think not coming to the meeting this time was anybody's fault. Because I usually come to all the meetings, and I didn't even know about this one.
Yuri, are you the guy? Your name looks familiar.
There's so many avenues that is.
Hold on, Tony. Your name looks familiar. Are you the guy that's been posting that?
Oh yeah.
You're the guy that's been posting that Judd's been deleting his VODs, trying to hide something, DMCA and everything.
I don't know, man. Prove me wrong, but show me the fucking VODs and shit.
No one owes you anything. That's the
I know.
point.
I know. That's why I said that you're gonna roast me, right?
All right. First of all, in your little conspiracy that you've been thinking of, you've been accusing me of making changes to being Hutch. These Hutch changes had nothing to do with Hutch. It's been on the list of things to do for a while now. We've had several meetings.
I beg to differ.
Look, I'm just gonna say this, right?
I think this was the straw that broke the camel's back.
I know, Tony.
Judd,
I was at one of the meetings. I was at the DOJ and High Command meeting where Huts were talked about.
Why do we give a shit?
This meeting I wasn't at, but
I don't understand. Like you're saying that I've fucking done something wrong because I done this for 4 minutes, but you're totally okay when Petty can put somebody in for 3 days and just be like, okay.
I mean, there's also this thing, right? He always he's like Penta has this flaw in all his characters, right? Where if you give him what he wants, even if it's the wrong thing, right? If you bait him with something, he'll go towards it. You can give Mike Block $50 and a counter proposal, and leave you alone. You can give Wrangler a lead, he'll follow it, right? And
Koil, my tweet was toward this guy, by the way.
Hang on a second. Let me just you talked about like OOC and people not following the rules. Which one of Penta's
No. That's not what I meant, right? I meant
I'm
that the
telling you
rules.
though. I'm telling you though, because you
Okay.
said the rules aren't followed. But what one of Penta's characters isn't related to like some OOC issue? Mike Block is a meme on gangsters that don't role play and value their shit, right? They just do anything. Gamba Kid was based on OOC charities, X, you know, shit like that.
Yeah, X and what's the guy of the
Yeah, okay. So when he makes characters that are clearly like edgy rule violations, why is it you're not making a Reddit post and or Chase Clouder, you know, making fun of content creators in the server? Why is that not an issue?
Yeah, I'm gonna answer that. My original point wasn't that they're breaking rules. I specifically said, and you can go back into your Ovad or whoever, that the rules of the server condition people to act a certain way. And then there's situations that force them out of it. Well, I didn't say it exactly like that, but that's what I meant, right? So something where you're forced to, like, you're supposed to value your own life, but there's a situation that forces you to bomb rush in, Zerg rush in, because there's a holdout shootout and there's no other way to resolve it. Right?
So what do you think SWAT do IRL when they breach a building? Do you think they're not rushing there? Like the mechanics of the world make it a little limited in our server.
I know. I acknowledge that, right? That is a major issue. You can't like SWAT.
So which part of it is MVL? If that's the like, what is MVL here? If you are a police officer, and especially in SWAT and shit like that, you are risking your life every day to try and better the world. Your value of life, and this is what a lot of you guys don't understand. Your value of life isn't your own. Your value, when it says no value or not valuing life, it's everybody's life. And a police officer worries about everybody's life, and that's why they do that shit. They put their life on the line to protect the people, and that's why they do it. It's not MVL for a SWAT member to breach a complex and try and down people that have been killing people.
Yes, I understand, right? But also currently as it is, right, you don't know, it's game mechanics versus real life. I get it, right? But right now there's situations. I'm losing my train of thought right now. Hold on.
Wait till he's done with you. I'm about to really make a train of thought get off.
Yeah.
Judd, relax,
I mean, Judd, I respect the shit out of you, but you also
no,
have
you
some,
don't, because you
know,
made shit up. You made shit up. All right. First of all, if you look like the past 10 clips of me posted on that subreddit,
Christ,
I
I'm not gonna say
DMCA'd
that.
every single one of them. Okay, I DMC'd every single one of them and deleted the VOD. I do not want my content there. I do not want them part of my community. And for you to make the accusation that I delete a VOD to cover things up or try to hide something, I've always been vocal and I've always been transparent. And I've always speak my mind. And for you to come out and try to say stuff like that I'm just DMCAing because I'm covering up what I'm saying, it's so disingenuous and so full of shit. Not to mention, when you went through to characterize every little thing that I said, you put a bias and made the context completely different of not what happened. And you know that you did it because you put your own 2 cents inside of it.
It is a little bit weird, and this has been an
this has
been an issue since like SOE days, where people think that there's some like hidden agenda that's going on behind scenes.
Dude, hunting fucking Judd Biden's laptop over here. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, there's no like hidden fucking bullshit or conspiracy going on in a GTA roleplay server, and I don't know why Reddit thinks that. It is so mind-boggling. They created a hi command and all this other separate shit and conspirize this thing and that thing. I feel like
this conversation's like
weird.
This conversation's not really saying anything. Like tell me what the problem is with me. What is my problem?
You're a pussy.
Why do you want me to start?
I mean, I don't know you, right? I don't know. I only know what I see.
What's the server's main issue? Like, say it in a week, in a sentence or something. What is the main issue?
You said that
You're so quiet, by the way, Ants. I can literally not hear you.
1 second.
Oh, maybe that was me. I had you on 80%.
Oh, yeah. You said that you think Koil makes knee-jerky reactions and that sort of stuff. Where do you base your opinion of Koil off? Do you watch his stream, or do you just see clips on Reddit?
All I can say is this, right? This was a response to Judd, right? So you can take it as it is. I can be a cunt, right? You can call me whatever you like, but I only react to what I see, right? I don't know Koil, I don't know Judd. I only know what happens, what I see, and how people respond to it.
What do you mean with what you see? Is that clips? Reddit?
Streams, clips, right? I was watching just stream where he just went through comment, and then responded selectively and told everyone else to fuck off, right? That has a certain look, and that forms your opinion.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you know what else
don't
has a certain
don't
look?
you realize that those type
Yeah,
of
my
things you
comments. Yeah, I
see
know.
are
So yeah,
clipped in a
right. So
certain way?
we just know each other from the stuff we see that we do on the internet.
You know
right?
what's sad?
That's
But
my
have
point.
you?
that
Oh,
has
hold
been
on,
hold
time
on.
out.
Chill.
But you're not answering your question. Like, what perspective are you seeing Koil in? Have you ever like watched his stream for a long
yeah,
time? Or
so
a
you
couple
said
days?
the
I
knee-jerk
like Koil.
reactions. What knee-jerk reactions have we done? Like what have we just like flicked the switch and broken that's like breaking the server? Because you're saying that this is the issue, right? So what is it
So I'm
specifically?
speaking from a Redditor perspective, right? Because a Redditor doesn't have access to your internal meetings or anything, right? So a Redditor, the way that's why I came in, right? A Redditor doesn't really know your internal rules, your meetings, or nothing like that, right? So they will react only to what they see. It's also
When you
a
say
matter
they,
of, right?
okay, some of them will.
Yeah,
sure.
I include myself, right? Because obviously I'm there on the fucking Reddit, right?
Okay.
Basically, when there's announcements, right? Someone posts a screenshot of the announcement, but it's very partial, right? Even I think 5.0, right? Until today, didn't realize that there's still bail conditions where you can actually multiply the penalties, right? So 3 days, 6 day, 9 day, they get fucked.
But listen,
the initial announcement was confusing for both the cops and the viewers, and then you get Reddit.
Okay, so listen. Why the fuck are you insinuating that I am doing knee-jerk reactions because these guys weren't at a meeting or haven't talked to us about it to get the right opinion? Why is that my problem?
The knee-jerk
reaction
reaction
I at fault for this?
Yeah.
Like
the knee-jerk reaction was the witness charge in the basement and shit, right?
Witness
because
charge?
that fucked the witness tampering charge
what you did today.
with who is it, Rami or whatever, fucking Randy, right?
Sure.
Down in the basement today.
So
right? that's SBS, right? But it's a lot of.
How is it SBS to do what other police are doing? I'm interpreting a charge that technically is the truth if you look at the penal code, just like anybody else.
Yes, but one isn't
SBS at all. It's me role playing like every other cop on the server. They read something.
Yuri, how is
and they're a robot.
what Pinta did on Chase Clouder right after the announcement made not a knee jerk reaction as well under your own definition?
That's a mean character, right? That's all I can say about it. I can't speak for Penta, right?
But you haven't had any objection to him doing that at all.
The meme character is not a meme character is not a big change to the entire server. That's just one character.
Yeah, and I also don't really like Chase, right? I tune out most of it.
But the point was, I think Koil was trying to prove a point, just like Chase Clouder's always trying to prove a point.
Yes, but let's just say it like this, right? There's like a lot of you in this conversation mentioned that there's a conflict of RP styles. Some wanted more content based, some wanted more immersion based, right?
Well,
Penta
sure, but some people will
Penta is
go with
immersion
everything.
investment, right? So he does this shit where he just pushes the line all the time with each and every character, right?
Every character,
and not everyone who he interacts with doesn't like it. He'll pull in some random guy with my block, and it's a dice roll, but they'll go along with it or be annoyed by it, right? And sometimes he doesn't fucking read the room at all, and fucks up, right? But the point is, right? Like in the basement, there were like 20 cops or something. Some of them are more receptive to SBS or our reaction to whatever the hell you did, and some were in the middle of just this immersive long-term thing that they really liked.
Okay.
And then it just got wrecked, right?
Well,
But the thing is,
you saw a clip of one of them.
Penta has interrupted role-play scenarios of others on my
Constantly.
blog, for example.
Yeah, he goes into events and everything, and it's annoying.
Yeah, and he does the exact same thing.
If CG went in like blasted cops and said the shit that Penna said on Mike Block, you guys would lose your fucking shit over there. What your guys' issue is, it's always very. I think you just need to learn this as a fucking human being. I know I've done it too, but the thing is, like, I feel like some people just don't understand they're like this. But what I have done is nowhere near worse the people you praise. Nowhere near. The only reason it's an issue is because it's me doing it and you have a dislike for me because I've disagreed with your stream or something at some point.
No, I mean I can only speak this time. I'm speaking from my personal opinion, right? it's like people can't really say stuff to you.
They can.
But
I've got an open
players
channel
will give
right now.
feedback
Come on in
without
here, dude.
inherent fear, since you're the owner of the server, right?
That's not true. 'cause
When
I
was
do
the
it all
last
time.
time
I disagree with Koil.
When
I
was
disagree
the
with him all
last
the
time
time.
I banned somebody?
What
Dude,
the
I have not
fuck?
filed a
Literally
ban in
disagreed
2
with
fucking
Koil
years.
in game right
Oh
now,
my
and that's not
God.
true. I
Me
disagree
and
with him
Koil
all the
disagree
time,
all
and
the
I
time,
don't have
too.
a fear.
If people have a fear, it's an unfound fear, because I have never fucking banned anybody or anything to fuck with them over an opinion. If somebody comes and talks to me like this, I will just talk to them. I'm a fucking human being. When I roast you guys on Reddit, I'm just doing it because, you know, it's entertaining to my stream, and even myself to you know, read that shit and just fucking have an opinion on it. And that's why I invited you guys here. But when I said I was going to invite you guys here, anybody is welcome to come and have a conversation about this. Penna did. You know, we talk like normal people, and, you know, that's how it is. We have meetings every, you know, 2 weeks at the moment, and that's what we're trying to do, have them pretty constantly, and majority of the core people are invited to that. And if anybody does want to get invited to that is in the community, they can message us and come. As you know, we're always open to discussions. Every change that ever goes through the server is usually after a meeting where majority of the core of the server that role plays is invited to.
Yeah, and I think this you have a good, well, an interesting perspective, I'd say, from the Reddit point of view, because the thing of it is, Reddit has a meta just as the server has a meta, and one of the metas is Reddit is what you just said, is Koil is, you know, the boss, everybody fears him, people can't say anything about him, it's just he's a dictator. And the thing,
Sorry for, yeah, I get you. Sorry for interrupting, but
but
that's
but
not
I'm gonna
what I
be
meant, right?
one sec.
but
That's
that's what you
exactly what you said,
It's
though.
that's what you said. And the thing of it is, if you only look at Reddit and you only see the things you know, you base your opinion on of Koil from Reddit, then you only have 1% of the information, because you don't see what he says, all the other things he says on stream. You don't see what happens behind the scenes. You don't see, you know, who is involved with decisions and who he talks to and who actually makes decisions, because a lot of the times it's not Koil. There's so much that you don't know. So if you only base your opinion on someone just by looking at Reddit, it's always going to be wrong.
I'll give you an example of that, Yuri. Right? Is you watched my stream where I had to go through a subreddit and systematically break down all the misinformation that was going around, and there was a lot of it going around. Pretty much everything that Reddit assumed was wrong, right? And when I'm going through and correcting, this isn't what happened, this isn't what happened, and you got to agree that most of these things that I'm critiquing wasn't just people being innocently wrong, but they were being hostily wrong. Right? Like they know what they're coming from, right? And the only thing that you got from that is I'm attacking a specific person, which isn't the case. Because if you watch the second VOD, which I haven't DMCA'd because no one's taking any clips from it, I made that clear as day.
Yeah, and there's so many,
right?
comments on there. I obviously know Koil best, but there's so many comments in there that say stuff like Koil has said this, Koil has done this, and they're just completely made up a lot of the time. But people believe that because that's sort of the, you know, the meta or the thing that gets repeated over and over and over again on there, even though it's not true. And that goes for a lot of people, you know, that have clips posted on there, or people's opinions of other streamers. It's just, there's just so much that you don't know. Um, and I don't think it's really fair to, you know, to talk about people in a certain way when you just really don't know them at all.
I did say that I don't know Koil as a person. I only know, like, even Judd, right? I only know what's happening, right? What I see, what I saw in the VOD that I can't even watch anymore with Judd, is a bunch of hostile reactions, right? And that's how I perceived it, right? And I talked a lot of shit, whatever, and he did too.
But I think that's the problem where you just said it. You don't know these people, but you're just
But that's what I'm like. I'm trying to be like, I'm fine with getting shit on, right? But I'm trying to present it as a perspective. Like, Redditors are very fucking invested in everything, but they have a
100%.
limited perspective. Yeah,
That's
where
the
issue
thing, though.
comes from.
So consider this: you guys consider yourself like fucking geniuses with half the shit you fucking write, right? But you're trying to get an answer to something without the entire equation, right? That's what you're doing. You're missing variables and trying to have a fucking opinion like it's an answer for the server. It's just fucking stupid. It's literally fucking stupid.
Yeah, a Redditor can. I mean, someone on Reddit can't have a full answer, but then there's the issue where a lot of people that actually play on the server don't have the full answer, like with announcements.
You know
and
what?
everything,
You know
right?
what Einstein is when he does when he done math without the variables. He was a fucking idiot.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, it's
You wanna
because
get
these people
the-
didn't go to the meeting, right? So
Okay.
that's why they don't have the full answer.
No, that's not. I meant more the announcement, right?
Well, the announcement was all talked about at the meeting.
I feel like listen,
So
like
everyone who's not in the meeting can get fucked and have half the information.
Or just DM someone and be like, "Yo, what does this mean?"
How many people are playing on the server right now? How many DMs are you willing to
Who
accept?
cares, dude? Anyone can DM anyone in this community.
yeah.
It's not on
No
us to
one
make
on the
sure that
server-
they know everything.
No one on the server reached out to me in any single way.
I haven't got a
to find
DM either.
You know,
Jesus.
I don't think anybody was
The
confused. I
entitlement
think it was
is
just
so
Reddit.
fucking high. It's crazy.
No,
It's
no, it's not.
unbelievable.
It's not entitlement, right? It's not like
It-
oh, you
it-
have
it
to answer
is.
everyone individually. I'm going from the perspective that it's easier for you as admins, developers, to write a full announcement detailing everything. Right?
I did.
And
It
prevent
is
this
literally
communication.
entitlement, by the way.
Yeah, but from the announcement, right? That I saw. There was no bail stuff. Even 5-0 didn't realize it in the announcement. That's what I
I'm
got.
gonna be honest. The one the Bass that the Saab put out was very. It wasn't clear. So
Well, I don't know what Bass put out, but it's
he
basically
put
like
out
this.
4 charges that you can no longer
Listen.
hut for, but they have no
Listen.
time or fine. So it's just
it
like
is
let
not
the person
I don't
go.
want to. I don't want to.
It's irrelevant. It's not completely defined because it's in process of being changed. Who gives a shit? If we change something and say this is what it is, and you look at it and that's what it is, just do it until you work out what's happening. Call a fucking judge. You know, it's roleplay at the end of the day. If you don't know what's happening, call the fucking judge. You know, something's changed in roleplay. Call a judge and say, "What the fuck is this?" That's what happened. Panic called
current time,
Crane, and he got fucking
HUD
information.
charges-
Crazy, dude.
Yeah, at the current time, right now, the HUT charges that are staying, they have a bell. The ones that got demoted, they don't have the restrictions, but there's still accountability. But that's subject to change as we figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll say this,
There's an update coming with the MDW, which is what we're pushing with the next update. So we can't exactly push everything out when it's not ready. Okay. But either way, I think if the worst thing you can do to try to crucify me is say I have knee-jerk reactions and don't really justify it. I don't know what the hate, why or where the hatred comes from, but I just think it's unfounded and fucking stupid.
I have can I have a question?
Yep.
Look in the general chat of this Discord. I'm about to paste in a comment. It's not necessarily yours. I just want your take on this comment in particular.
You don't want to see his comments or words.
Oh, I saw that. That's bullshit.
Okay, but this is
Isn't it-
90% of Reddit. This is 99% of Reddit. Literally that
it
comment
didn't-
right there.
By what I saw, what I know about Koil and John, right? I knew they wouldn't like decide like that because this is a very drastic change.
It was a
and
meeting.
everything.
It was a meeting. Yeah. Wait, you mean the same Senator DW that had the law explained to him in the first case because he didn't know it? I love DW, but Senator DW may not have been a great decision. These guys have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. But this is the thing.
Right, exactly.
All these
Like-
upvoted things are just like based on something that they think is reality. And that's why I'm saying if Einstein doesn't have the fucking variables to the equation, he's just an idiot like anyone else. You try to have an opinion as if it's factual on something without the fucking variables, dude. It is fucking stupid. It is just that simple. It is dumb.
The other thing, the other thing with the Reddit, what I see happens a lot is someone will post a comment that is like half-assed or not like it won't be complete and it'll only be part-sided or not even completely true at all. And what happens is Reddit fucking ends up running with it all the way through. And then, I mean, fuck, I get it in my stream. People come through and they'll be like, "Hey, did you see this happen on Reddit?" And I mean, I'm fortunate enough to be in the server and be like, "You're on fucking crack. Like that didn't happen that way." And then what ends up happening is people get crucified over fucking bullshit Reddit comments.
Let me explain the confusion because I know what happened with DW. It's Reddit's in the impression that the Senate made the hut charge change because I put on the docket that per Senate guidelines. The Senate had absolutely zero to do with the hut charges. The reason why I put per Senate. Yeah,
where the fuck does this 2-1 vote come from? What the fuck?
They were literally trying to figure out who voted what without even knowing. The reason why I put Senate guideline on the subreddit or on the forums is because there was no other way for me to explain it that we're changing it.
You think connect the dot RP is bad, man?
Wait, what?
Redditors, they connect every fucking dot together and they just conspirize everything.
Is there anything else you want to say? Like I feel like I don't know, like I don't think there's any knee-jerk. I don't think there's any knee-jerk reactions that you've sort of justified. So I still want to understand why there's a discussion. And now when I say today with what happened, yeah, I did go in there and do some shit that that's it's dumb. But that's the point. It is dumb. And the fact that everybody's okay with 3-day sentences that can be dumb, and me doing it for 4 minutes is like literally the worst thing that can happen. It blows my mind that you just like you see me as the bigger issue here rather than what could happen to anybody else with 3-day holds.
That's not what I meant, right? You asked me what my I don't know how you exactly you asked me, but like I meant your knee-jerk reactions as a flaw. Not as a crucifixion, right? But something that causes friction.
Though? That's the thing. Like which knee-jerk reactions?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of meta changes that
appears like it's knee-jerk to you because you're seeing it from one perspective.
Please, because the irony of this situation is
right.
The irony of the irony of this situation is that the only person having a knee-jerk reaction to this is you. You're the one fucking coming out here saying some shit without the context. You are the one doing this, not me. You don't have the context.
I mean, yeah, all I can say, right? That's my approach, right? All I can say is from my perspective, right? And if there's something that you can get out of that or dismiss it, I don't know, do whatever the hell you want with it. Maybe it'll be better in the long term. It's
what I can get from it is all I
can say, right? I'm a very invested viewer, and I really love the storylines that come from your server, right? And the people that play from it. And when you get such investment, right, from people like me, there's also a lot of right something that grinds into it, just fucks with everything, and people just get really fucking nervous and just start creating mind bugs and shit in their head, and then you get rid of it.
So what do you think the worst thing in the server is right now?
Trav.
What do I think the worst thing in the server? No, I was gonna say what I think the worst thing in the server is, but
I want to know what Yuri. I want to know what Yuri does. Like, what's the worst thing?
Like, there's like, I mean, I already said it right, at the beginning.
I think that could misconstrue because you said you sort of ranted for a little bit. So
yeah, I went on a fucking monologue because it was a stream of consciousness. I'm sorry about that. But to summarize it in a couple of tweets, cops being forced to respond to situations in a certain way.
We don't have to though.
I know. But if you don't
on this server, no. I mean, I literally go do whatever the fuck I want. Nobody's forced to do anything.
You do.
And you know what? No, who the fuck am I? I'm just some fucking dope fiend from Los Angeles that got lucky and fucking roleplayed well.
No, Trav, listen. You are a 10,000 viewer Annie. That's why you can do whatever you want. Just ask.
No, he's part of the inner circle.
Trying to get 1800 on WoW.
You ever think Trav just isn't a cop? That's why we like him.
No, like straight up though, cops can do that. There's this false perception of people having to do things. You know what roleplay is about? It's about fucking responsibility. And the thing is like I understand the changes. Somebody who spent what was it, Judd? 35 days in 2 months where the fucking DOJ forgot about my character. Like it's like
no, we didn't forget. It was on purpose.
Okay, she was on purpose. But okay, so but that's the thing is like, dude, roleplay is what you fucking make of it. If you want to go out and create a situation, go and create that situation. Don't fucking blame the devs or I don't know. I am of this mindset. Like I came from fucking Mixer, Omega Lol, like, and I was able to find success on the server and it's literally fucking paying all of my bills. I have nothing but fucking gratitude for the people that put this server together. And the reason I believe I'm successful is because when roleplay is presented to me, I say yes and. Look at fucking Crystal, Crystalis. dude, she's fucking killing it with her fucking new character and all of that shit. It's literally just people bitching about dumb shit. If you don't like something, then be the fucking change you want to see. And there's times like we're fucking human. I'm gonna bitch about shit. I fucking can't stand the fact that people just run away and won't talk to me. It's like I fucking love dialogue RP, but you know what? It's like evolve or dissolve, motherfucker. And that's not at you. That's just in general. Like people saying like, oh, we can't do this, we can't do that. Bro, I'll get fucking suspended. I don't give a fuck. I've been suspended. I've taken strike points. I take my fucking consequences on the chin. It's like that's the issue.
That's one thing that 41 said, that he couldn't play cop and write tickets. So the next day I went on with I think it was Moon, and we had a ticket contest, and within an hour we wrote like 30 traffic citations. Like you can any sort of RP is always there. Sometimes sure it's hard to find, but the reality is we don't want serious roleplay. We don't want goofy roleplay. We want a mixture, and people need to be able to adjust to that. And there's a reason why people like Travel, people he's mentioned, can do it, because they'll I spawned in as a ghost in the MRPD, and he was the only one that was sort of going with it. Well, not the only one, but there was people that would walk up and go, "Ha ha, ghost," you know, and like not even roleplay. But you don't have to blame them for not doing it, right? It's just if there's roleplay there, you can always do it. And there's that many people in the server now that if you cannot find the roleplay you want, maybe it's not the server's fault. Maybe there's something you need to look at.
Trav Piper, dude. I hate that guy.
Yeah. I mean, you're both absolutely right. I just didn't finish. I'll be really short, right? Because there has to be a response. Not everyone has to respond, but there always has to be a response.
Who's gonna put punishment? Like, what's gonna happen? So can I ask you something? What's gonna happen if somebody doesn't respond? Here's a different question.
Complaining from the streamers that are baiting the response and their hoppers.
Okay, okay, so here's another issue, right? People complain about that. Like, whenever something happens, guess what? If you're a fucking streamer, you're gonna get fucking hoppers, and Twitch gives us tools to deal with that.
Yuri, what's your Twitch name? I just want to check my chat real quick.
I closed down the stream due to bandwidth issues, so I'm not in your chat. But
no, I just want to know. I want to know your logs. What is it? Sorry.
Hold on.
Fade. Oh, okay.